Hello, everyone. Welcome to day 4. And it is me, Jaleesa Cheatham, and Tina Renee here. And today we're going to talk about lead generation, you guys, traffic. And the basis where it starts from, you guys, is SEO and keywords. So we're going to jump right in here. We'll give it maybe about 1 minute to give people a chance to sign on. And then we're going to go ahead and start because we're going to cover the basics of it. But even the basics is a lot, all right? But we definitely want to go ahead and welcome you on here. And if you guys can see and hear me, go ahead and just type the number 1 in the chat box underneath the video. Or you can also just let me know, text me or send me messages through Instagram, Facebook, that you can see and hear us. So we're going to get started in about another 30 seconds, and we'll go from there. Tina, can you hear and see me okay?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear and see me okay?
Yes, and I can see your screen so far.
Okay, it is getting ready to be in presentation mode.
Okay.
You see it?
Yes, I do.
Great.
All right. So, Tina, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you. And just before I go ahead and turn it over, I just want to, again, tell everyone, if this is your first time joining us on our 5-day boot camp training on Let's Start blogging the right way, driving the right results, I want to definitely introduce myself and, you know, where me and Tina basically come from, and I'll let Tina do that herself. But I basically started off in this internet marketing journey about 7-8 months ago, you guys. I was saying 6, 7, I didn't realize we are already in June, you guys. So just a few months, about 7-8 months ago, I really got started. It happened back in September when I had an anxiety attack at work, thought I was having an asthma attack, and at that point I knew that I wanted to do something different. And you guys, I turned to the internet. So from fast forwarding from about 7-8 months ago, I really just said, you know what, I'm going to give it all I have. I'm going to do it no matter what. This is it, period. And I saw all these people making money on the internet, and I'm like, wow, I can be doing this too. So Tina and I teamed up. We met actually on the internet, and we found out we stay in the same state, live in the same city, and go to the same church across town. But you guys, we met on the internet. So we realized that the way the world is shifting, the way the economy is shifting, everything is online. If you don't have a business online, you don't have a business. So we're going to go ahead and jump right in here. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Miss Tina Renee, and she's going to go ahead and take it away and just let you know the basics you need on starting your business online and the key SEO and keywords you will need to go ahead and get your business started the right way.
All right. Thank you so much, Jaleesa. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
All right. Wonderful. Again, if you are joining us for the first time tonight, again, my name is Tina Renee, internet marketer, and I sought after the internet because I basically have been in the mortgage business. And, of course, we all know what happened to that industry back in 2009, 2010. It went through a major shift, and that caused me to look for a different career path. So I sought the internet out and saw that people were earning an income, but I just kind of didn't know where to get started. So started researching, but just couldn't put it all together fast enough. So decided to move over into the insurance industry. And pretty much that's what I'd been doing for the last 5 years until recently I decided, you know what, I'm going to take my insurance business on the internet, and let's see. At first I was just wanting to see how I could generate more leads and possibly, you know, do insurance online, but I discovered a whole new career, a whole new skill set, and now from the things that I've learned, this time sticking it out and just being patient and realizing that there's always something that I'm going to be learning with this, but it definitely works. And so from that, I've been able to partner up with Jaleesa. We, you know, again, met on the internet, and like she said, found out we were in the same state. Anyway, we formed a partnership, and we've been coaching and consulting people and helping them get results. So I'm excited to bring to you tonight the really nuts and bolts of blogging is SEO. We all get on the blogs, and we want to know that people are seeing what we're putting out there. And so SEO is the way to make that happen. So we're going to just go into what is SEO. It stands for search engine optimization. And the most of the time you'll see and hear SEO. It's the best process to increasing a particular website's traffic through the manipulation of search engines like Google, Yahoo, and Bing. Most of us, are looking for Yahoo, but and to put that just in plain terms, when you do a blog post or when you go to a website, if you want people, your target market, like we talked about last night, if you want your target market to be able to find you, you need to have certain keywords. So we're going to talk about how important those keywords are, when you should use them, how many of the keywords you should use them, and where to find. You can actually find out what people are searching for, and that's going to make the process simple. Because all of us know that, at least for me, I pretty much, if I search for something on Google, I don't go past the first page. Whatever comes up on that first page, I'm choosing something and I'm going there. So the goal here is to get you introduced to SEO and help you rank on the first page. Now, there are different types of SEO, and this is an area that can be really broad and it can be technical, but tonight the goal is to make it simple for you. If you're just starting out, you can study a little every day and kind of learn more about it, but this is enough of what we're going to cover tonight to get you started so that you can see results with ranking, either if you're trying to get more traffic to a website or to a blog. Now, there are two types of SEO techniques that we're going to cover tonight. There's white hat SEO and there's black hat SEO. And so white hat is what you want. It is the one that the search engines understand. It's their guidelines. You're their friend if you're using the white hat SEO technique. Okay? It's legal. It's the best way for Google, Yahoo, and Bing to start to realize that you are someone to be taken seriously when it comes to finding keywords in SEO. The black hat SEO is an attempt to improve rankings by using unethical practices and shortcuts. And that's basically, a lot of times you can get people to, let me give you an example of a way that probably makes sense, a story is more relatable. If anybody out there plays video games, then you'll know that you can go online and get like these codes. Let's say it's a basketball game, and I know I've played these with my children before, so I know, like, they're kicking my butt, and I'm wondering, why are they, why do I have 3 and they have 103? What's happened is they've gone online and they found some type of code that gives them access to make their man jump higher, run faster, or something. So think of it that way. SEO is the same way. Someone has given some more detailed information to your links, given it more juice. In the SEO world, they call it juice. They've given it more juice than what it really qualifies for. So you may get traffic, but it's not what the search engines like. And once Google, Yahoo, Bing, all the search engines that we know about figure that out, your content is not going to be seen. So you want to develop the white hat SEO technique, and you can Google that and do more research if you want to go into greater detail. Again, this is to introduce you to the concept and let you know this is a foundation of where to start. Another one is SEO Tactics. Now, what this is let's say today you sit down and you write a blog post about, say if you're a fashion blogger and you just want your audience to know what you feel is the style of the week or the outfit of the week, and you've written a blog post about it, or you shot a video and maybe you're showing an outfit and what matches up with it. Well, what you can do is not only just syndicate it, which is sending it out to all of the social networking sites that you're on, the Twitters, Facebook, but you can also do what's called article submission. This is a basic concept of article submission that gives the article site content, and then it allows you to place a link in the article. In return, once it's approved and posted in the site, you get a link. So you can put you can go to, if you do a Google search for article submissions, there are places out there where you can post your article. And those are most likely the places and the people that are actually going to start to follow you and like your information and come to your blog more regularly. It's not normally going to be your family and friends, the people that we think is going to support us the most. It's usually people that are interested in the area. Again, if you have your target market down and you put your article in the place where those people hang out, when these article submission companies give you the link, those articles are going where your target market is. So those people are going to start to, you're going to get noticed, you're going to get followers based on using that type of SEO tactic. Then there's something called link exchange. And the idea is that you message another website asking if he or she is willing to post a link in his or her site on your behalf, basically. So let's just say I am blogging about something today, and I don't know Jaleesa, but she has a similar audience to mine. I want to try and contact her and say, hey, you know what? I have some good information for your audience. Is it okay if I post my link to my article on your site, and I'll let you do the same for mine, because we have some things in common that our readers or that can get some good information from. So that's another way to get traffic, is through article submission and link exchange. So again, those are two terms that you can research. There are companies out there that do it and will help you get more traffic to your blog. Other SEO tactics are content. Now, of course, we use a viral blogging system. Our system already has a lot of SEO built into it, and it's highly ranked on the Alexa ranking. There are other sites. At the end of the day, what we want you to know about these SEO tactics is that content is king. Link building is queen. So content means basically what you're putting out on the search engines. That's what's going to help you every day. If you're being consistent with blogging every day, even whether it's a video or whether it's actually an article, whatever it is that you like to do out of those, that's considered content. And that's what the search engines recognize. So the more of that you put out, and then the more you actually use the keyword tactic that we're going to talk about, that's going to help you rank. And you'll be surprised how you can get on the first page with some of the strategies that we're going to talk to you about tonight. Social bookmarking, this is basically a link, and there's a company called One Only that you can basically put all of your social media sites together, and you do your posting there, and it's a service. It sends everything out to whichever social media sites that you're on. So it's like a one-stop shop. You do your posting in one place, and then you send the link out, and it will go on all of the social media sites at one time. And it is a service that you pay for, but if you don't want to have to, if you're into saving time, this is a great a great way to do that. So you can research social bookmarking. There are several places out there do it. Okay, so Jaleesa, at this time, what I'm going to do is turn the presentation over to you to give us some insight on SEO keyword research.
Okay, Tina, can you hear me okay?
I can.
Okay, do you want to still go ahead and just go through the slides?
Sure, I'd love to.
And so, I go ahead and talk, and you want to go flip through the slides?
Okay.
Okay. All right, because I was going to go ahead and do a screen share, but since you're already doing it, I'll go with you.
Okay, no problem.
All right. So you guys, keywords. The keywords or phrase. The keyword or phrase of your target website is the main focus of your SEO. This is the term. I think it's a delay, but the next slide. Okay, there we go. Thank you. The keyword or phrase of your target website is the main focus of your SEO. This is the term that you want to be on the number ranking whenever someone searches for it. What that means is the keywords that you choose is going to be targeted more towards your target market. Okay, this when your target market, when they go to research whatever it is, if you have a brick and mortar business and you're selling insurance, if you're selling cookies, if you're selling shoes, if you're selling coffee, whatever it is, this is going to be the main point. The keywords that are being searched are linked to your SEO, which is the search engine optimization that Tina was just talking about. This part is the core of your whole SEO, of your whole SEO operation. You make a mistake here and everything else crumbles. What that means is if you don't have the correct keywords related to your target market, how is that audience going to know to come to your actual site? How are they going to know that what you're selling solves their problems? Because whatever you're selling is a solution to whatever problem that your product or service basically solves in that area. So when the top number keyword mistakes are using a broad keyword use, which that basically means is choosing a word that's too hard or broad in that website or page. Examples: people put keywords such as marketing, network marketing, and things like that. Now, it's a little different versus a website than using social media. If you guys are on Facebook and Instagram, these actual broad searches like that, it can actually help because you'll get actually people in your target market area who would maybe are interested in marketing or interested in network marketing or interested in networking period, and they're going to find you through these hashtags. So the keyword, I don't want you to get those two confused. This is keyword search in SEO as far as your website goes, or your blog. In this case, we're talking about Let's Start Blogging. Focus keyword targeting. You're focusing on too much, or the specific keyword too much. Basically, for instance, let's say that you're talking about Prada shoes, okay? If you keep saying Prada shoes, the search engines are not going to like that, you guys. They're going to basically say, you know what, you're using too much of this word, and it's basically not going to rank your website higher. And you also run the risk of having no competitors as well too by using too many focused keyword targeting. For instance, you could use a keyword that maybe your audience may relate to, but there's no really competitors, no one's really searching for that term, and so you're not going to really get the audience that you're looking for, and maybe it may be too long as well too. There's also there's also known as keyword stuffing. Like I was saying, using your word or phrase too much is probably one of the most well-known mistakes. While your content should be keyword rich, if you use keywords too much, the search engines will not like your website, and if they don't like your website, they don't like you. You're not going to get higher rankings. An example is like having a 100-word article, and if you use keywords about 20 or more times, that's stuffing, and it's basically overusing that keyword. Just remember, you guys, you wanted to make it look natural. If it becomes unreadable, or you just got too much in there, then you overdid it. Okay, so the basics, I would say, of knowing how to find your keywords and knowing which ones to use. Tina and I do coaching sessions where we dig a little bit deeper and narrow down what your target market is. We were talking about yesterday, if you were on yesterday's training, if not, you need to get the replay, how to basically narrow it down to your target market and finding your niche. Once you find your target market, now you can focus on the keywords, because you know your target market's hobbies, you know the places they hang out, you know the social sites they use. All this information is what's needed to grow your business online, you guys. It's to bring more traffic, and that's why this topic we started off with saying this is the basics of lead generation and traffic. And some of you guys were like, okay, but you're talking about CEO, because if we told you, hey, CEO, you would have been looking at us like, okay, what is SEO? So we had to break it down. It's definitely a little bit more that goes into it, finding these keywords and using resources like Google AdWords and Google Analytics to narrow it down and to track and see what your target market, what keywords actually are the ones that are going to hit the high ranking, and where you don't have too high of a competition but just enough competition, because you want to make sure that you are getting those high rankings. And like we mentioned before in previous trainings, the whole goal is to get ranked at on the first page of Google. Like Tina was saying, me and Tina, I can agree with you, Tina, we both know this, that when we go somewhere, let's say like we went out of town, we went to New Orleans last month, you guys, and we were looking for some good authentic New Orleans food, right? New Orleans, I don't know how to say it, you guys. I'm from California, so I don't know if I'm saying it right? New Orleans, baby, right? Baby, there we go. So we went to New Orleans, and we were trying to find some good authentic food. Like we wanted so bad some red beans and rice. Like Tina, I think we went to like several places looking for red beans and rice. That is what we really wanted, was red beans and rice. So when we got to this one restaurant, we went to Google. We looked up what places had the red beans and rice. We wanted some good New Orleans food, right? So we immediately went to Google, of course, typed it on our phones, and I think we probably looked at the first 10 places, you guys. And so what that's just saying, that we didn't go to the second page, we didn't go to the third page, heck, we didn't go down to 15, 20, 21. We looked about the first 10 places, saw which was in the radius, and we went there. Now, the ironic thing was, we had a location put in the GPS, but on the way walking there, because we stayed right off the street, we found another restaurant that was closer to than where we were going. But you guys, they didn't even have an online presence. Granted, what if we would have been in the car? If we would have been walking, we wouldn't have saw this hole in the wall place, and we were able to get our red beans and rice, right? So the moral of that story is, you want to make sure you're ranking in the top Google ranks, because these places that you have, the website you have, the blog you have, if you have, you're competing with other individuals in your area, if you have a brick and mortar business, or even maybe if you have an online boutique, you want to make sure that you're coming up in the top Google ranks, you guys. And the most important thing doing that is really tuning in on your keywords and your SEO, because like I said, that's going to be that's your basic foundation. You don't want to build a house if it's not a solid foundation. So that's what we're talking about. If you don't have your keywords and your SEO together, everything is going to crumble down. Okay. Another story, we were actually out in I believe it was Vegas. Me and Derek were out in Vegas. My boyfriend Derek, and we took like a month vacation, you guys. And we went to Vegas, California, Arizona, Utah. Like we were just gone. And we wanted to wash our clothes. Like, man, we need to wash our clothes at the hotel. And they were talking some kind of crazy stuff. We said, no, we need to find a laundromat like near here. I just want to wash my clothes, and that's it, right? So I go to Google, right? So I go to Google, and I find, again, a list about 4 places, and I do places near me. So a laundromat comes up, and I'm like, okay, this one looks like in the proximity where we're at. So I call the guy, and I'm like, yeah, I found you on Google. I was like, yeah, I found, I'm asking how much it is to wash clothes. You guys have soap there. I don't feel like buying soap. Do you have everything there? He was like, yeah. And he was like, okay. He was like, let me ask you a question. How did you find this? I was like, on Google. And he was like, huh, really? So that did work? And I'm like, yeah. He was like, well, her son, I guess, that wasn't his son, my wife's son, he told me I should get on the internet, and so I guess it really does work. And so, guys, just like that, we were able to find a laundromat in the area, and the owner himself, he didn't know anything about the business, about the internet, but his wife's son did, and I guess his wife's son was like a teenager type, whatever, and he didn't think he knew anything, you guys. So you have this ability. When you guys learn this skill set, you can use it way beyond your business. You guys can teach this information, just like Tina and I are doing. We use the LIST acronym, you guys. Learn, implement, share, and teach. And when you're able to learn this information, you're able to implement it, share it, and then you can teach it and put a price tag on it, right? Because Tina and I are all about building your brand, your business, and your bank account, and what way more to do it than doing online.
Absolutely.
So, guys, we're going to go to the next slide, which is basically just talking about...
Before we do that, Jaleesa, I want to just share briefly. We've been talking about these keyword searches, and I know people are probably thinking, well, where can we find the keywords? So although I'm not going to go and do a full presentation on the keywords, I do want to show, at least let them know where they can start doing a keyword search and play around with that. It's something that we go into more detail when we have coaching session, but I just want to introduce it to them and show them the screen as to where you find keywords. Google actually gives this to you for free. This is a free tool that you can use. So this is just one of the resources. Bear with me 1 second. Let me know when you can see my screen. And 1 second, what happened? Bear with me.
And while you're bringing that up, I'm just going to go back and show them the giveaways. If you guys don't know the giveaways that we're going to be drawing actually tomorrow, the end of this week. We have some cool giveaways that we're going to be giving everyone who registered with Tina or I. And these are just a couple of, well, these are them, the 4 of them. We're going to actually be raffling away 3 of them. You get a chance to win a $25 gift card, Visa gift card that is. Also won a chance to win a Spa Finder gift card that you can use anywhere in the United States to a Spa Finder place near you. If you don't believe me, go ahead and go to spafinder.com and you'll see all the places that offer you to use their Spa Finder gift card. And then also we're going to be raffling 2 one-hour coaching sessions with Tina and I. We're going to be raffling all 3 of those, and that gives you a chance to go ahead and actually, if you like the information that you received these last week with us, basically, it gives you an opportunity to actually go more in depth and get to know what is your target market if you need help trying to figure that out, and how to use the SEO and how to search for keywords, because most of you guys may be looking at, okay, this is great information, but how can I do this? Where do I start? And that's where we come in. So that's what you actually get a chance for. And again, this next slide has Tina and I's site and contact information, how to contact us as well too. You'll be able to go ahead and schedule coaching sessions with us if you want to talk about one of the topics we went over this week. But of course we have Q&A as well too, right before Tina goes ahead and shows you goes ahead and shows you just a little bit of how to find these keywords and how to use a little bit of SEO, so you guys can get a taste of what is done. And you guys, these keywords and SEO, the words you'll be using, what we recommend doing too as well is, once you get a list of keywords and you look them up and you know which ones are great to use, I would say you change them about every month. Tina and I, when we work with our clients, we help you pick out the SEO search words, which we figured out once you're developing, your online persona, then we figure out your target market and you found your niche, then we go to SEO and keyword. Okay, and so once you've done that, at that point, we can go ahead and steer you in the direction you need to go. So, Tina, have you gotten it to come up yet?
Yes, can you see my screen?
Give me 1 second. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead and take it away.
All right, wonderful. So basically, guys, what you'll do is just do a Google search for AdWords, Google's AdWords, and it's the keyword planner. That's where you want to go. This is a free tool. You can actually set up an account for free. But when you get here, you want to go under Tools, and as you can see right here, it says Keyword Planner. It's going to allow you to search for new words and add group ideas. You can get the search volume for a list of keywords, and basically that's important because you want to know how much whatever you're searching for. Again, the whole idea is to solve the problems that your client is having. Okay, so whatever questions you've written out on how your product or service is going to help them, this is going to let you know how many people are searching for whatever this is. So let's just say you're selling Mary Kay, and you want to know who's searching for maybe their foundation. So you can just do what a keyword of what you think a person is putting in, and Google is going to actually, the keyword search is going to actually let you know how many people in that month searched that keyword. So you want to narrow it down to something that's 1,000 searches a month, or between 800 and like 1,500 is the average of what you want. The reason that you don't want something that's so broad, if it comes back and the search says 20,000 or 1,000,000 people search for this, it's going to make it harder for you to be seen on the first page with that keyword. The way that you get seen with the keyword is when you find that keyword, you want it to be between something that people have searched, at least 800 to 1,500, something in that range. When you find that word, that's when you build your blog or your content or your title. If you're doing a video, you want the keyword to be in the title. If you're actually blogging and writing out an article, then you want the keyword to be in that article no more than 5 times. If you do it more than 5 times, then the search engine is not going to like you. They're not going to show you information. So between 2 and 5 times. And remember, the key is to make sure that the search, because it's going to give you how many people search those keywords per month. So that search, you want it to be between the 800 and 1,500, because it's going to give you a better chance of ranking on the first page. If you try to compete with over 1,000,000 people, it's going to be more difficult. So you can go in and kind of play with it. It asks you these 4 things. What would you like to do? Get traffic estimates for a list of keywords, multiple keywords to get new ideas. Again, and if you want to know how to use the keyword planner, there's a little tutorial right here. So this is where you want to go to find out what people are searching for. And the better you get with that, the closer you get to what people are actually searching for, and you're either putting that in your title if it's a video, or if you're writing an actual blog post and typing out an article. Again, I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but this is the most important thing. Then you want to go ahead and write your topic and write your information around the keyword. So this you want to do before you even start to blog. You want to know what people are searching for, because otherwise, if you just go out and start writing stuff or making videos and no one, if it's too many people searching, then you're not going to get seen. And if it's not enough people searching, you're not going to get seen. And so this is a way to figure that out without wrecking your brain. And there are other services. There's another one called SEO Pressure that I'm also going to show you here. And basically what this one is, there is a fee, but you can go in and just kind of look and see if it's something that you like to do. When you write the article, there's a plugin that they give you, and the plugin will actually then give you the amount of keywords that's been searched. And you want that number to be between 2 and 5. If it's more than 5, then the search engine is not going to like you. So I just wanted to mention that, and I hope that helps you all with some resources. Again, we go into more detail when we're coaching, because we can get more specific as to what you're actually looking for. Okay, but those are just some of the tools that keeps it simple and keeps it free, but helps you. So I really hope that has been helpful. And Jaleesa, I'll go ahead and turn the presentation back over to you.
All right, Tina. Well, we are actually at the end of our presentation right now. We are going to go ahead and open it up for Q&A. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and type them in chat, or either message Tina or I, either on Facebook or Instagram, Twitter, any of those places, and we will go ahead and gladly answer your questions. So we'll give it a couple moments, because we do know there is a slight delay. So if you hear some silence, it's not that there is no sound, it's because we are waiting and checking our sites to make sure that we have answered everyone's questions. Okay, and I'm gonna check.
Can they even see you? I can hear him talking right now.
You're not muted right now, Tina.
Thank you, ma'am.
Tell Jalen I said hi.
Julie said hi.
Oh.
That's the beauty of being able to work at home. You can stay at home with the kids, but sometimes they do want to get involved.
Okay, did we guys scare you tonight? Usually I have a couple questions coming in, but you guys are very quiet. I hope it didn't scare you. Is this too much information? Or you need more information? What's going on? Communicate with us. Let us know.
Say something.
I know, right? I'm checking everything, like, for real.
Shut up. Stop. Hey, bye. I mean, we know that this topic can be detailed, and we try to make it simple tonight for you.
No questions? I'm checking.
Yeah, we know there's a little bit of a delay, so that's why we give it a little bit of time.
Okay, hold on. I think I have a question. What was the name of the last website that Tina mentioned on SEO? Was it SEO Pressure? Tina, what was the last website you went to, the one where you could pay the monthly fee?
Yes, it is SEO Pressure.
That's .com?
Oh, you know what? Let me just copy and paste. Just if you do a Google search and put in SEO Pressure, it will come up. SEO-pressure.blogspot.com.
Yeah, yep, I see it.
Yeah.
If you type in Google SEO Pressure, it comes up. Another one that I use as well too, Marie, Google Analytics. That's another one you can use once you get your site up. You can use Google Analytics and Google AdWords, as Tina mentioned before as well.
Now we gave you the free tools. The Google AdWords is free. Google Analytics is free, but there are paid services that will do some of this for you. But again, like when you're just getting started, you don't want to put a whole lot of money out into things like that until you understand exactly what you're doing. But it's a good place to start. It are the ones that we gave you that are free.
Yeah, so once you guys get into actually doing these keywords and SEO, then you definitely see what we're talking about, because you don't want to waste time and well, I won't say waste time, but waste money, because you guys can do split testing. If you guys know what that is, basically you're trying out different keywords and seeing how your audience reacts to them, and if you're even getting that targeted audience that you're looking for. Some additional help, as we mentioned before in the earlier trainings, you can use sites such as Odesk, Guru.com, Fiverr, and what's the other one? Is it Elance?
Elance.
You can actually outsource and find people who are actually an expert in this field. You know what I mean? If you don't have the time to commit, or you honestly don't feel like doing it, you'd rather pay someone. I know that for me, I learned the information and I said, to heck with this, I'm going to pay someone. So I'm just being honest. So
This, yes,
I know where my strengths and weaknesses are, you guys. So that's one thing you have to be, I would say, truthful with yourself. You know, you can do everything if you like to, but you have to realize that in any business or industry you're in, you want to work more on your business than in your business. If we get to a position, that's one thing me and Tina love to help individuals do, is put freedom back in their life, especially if there's someone who are lacking that freedom lifestyle. Maybe they're making the money they can make, but they need to put their business in automation. Basically, they need to spend more time with their family, spend more time with their kids, their grandkids, their grandparents, their parents, things of that nature. Things like, for the summertime, Tina, can be with her kids and have Tina summer boot camp. I know, Tina, you got them doing reports and math tests. You had to doing that this week and last week. So you get to really just, take hold and enjoy life and enjoy the time you get to spend with your kids, especially during these summer months. But again, those websites are Elance, ELANCE. Y'all know I was having trouble spelling yesterday. Elance, Odesk, Guru, that's GURU, and Fiverr. And when you go look at these places, you'll see that they actually have individuals, and they'll give a brief bio of them. And I believe it's Odesk. You can actually see the feedback these basically freelancers, the feedback they've gotten from previous clients. You can basically interview who you want to do your SEO. So you're making sure that you're not just getting any old body who says they can do SEO, but they really don't know how to do SEO. They have different price ranges and things like that. So that's just another couple of the services that we do use. It's a little tidbit for you to master this SEO and keyword as well too, if you just don't know how to go about doing so.
yeah, absolutely. And you know what? When we coach people, one of the things that we do is find out, what do you feel like you're good at? We find out what business you're in and pretty much help you put together a marketing plan. And once you see that you have to treat your business like a business, like if this is all you do, you don't have a 9 to 5, you're in business for yourself, whether you're with a network marketing company or whether it's just a product that you created and that you're selling, or if it's just a service. If you treat it like a business, if you understand the basics of business, then you know that you cannot have that superhero syndrome and try to do every single thing yourself. And so you definitely want to stay away from that. You want to focus on what you're good at. Know what pieces of your business that you need to make it work. But if you can get to a place where you can start to hire people to help you, then that's where the freedom of your life is going to come back. I just got back from Florida literally about an hour and a half ago, and we were at the beach. I wasn't concerned about what's going to be done, what's not going to be done, because I understand how the system works, and I'm treating a business like a business, and that's the whole reason that I went online, is to use technology so that I can be free to go where I want, work wherever I want, and do the things that I enjoy doing. And so that's the whole goal, guys. We want to give that to people. We want to show people that you can have the lifestyle that you dream about. So these are just some of the things that we tell people, but it's definitely something that can be done. But I would say first, before you do any outsourcing, learn it, yourself. Learn a little bit of it so that at least when you get ready to hire somebody, you know what their job description is and you know what they're expected to do because you already know how to do it. Okay? So if we don't have any other questions, I guess that is it for tonight. And just join us tomorrow for affiliate marketing.
I have a question.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's okay, no problem. Once you narrow down where your traffic is mainly coming from, would you recommend marketing more on those sites? Yes, 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 yes. Once you figure out where the traffic's coming from, once you've done the split testing, you can basically use, let's say you did paid traffic. You did paid traffic on Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr. Let's just using those. Let's say you did paid traffic on those sites and you split tested all 3 of them. Well, you found out that Facebook was giving you the most traffic. And so since you split your money between the 3 places, you saw that your money was more well spent on Facebook. Then you're going to go ahead and go to Facebook and you're going to go ahead and drop, basically triple than you were doing before, because you realize that this medium for you is working. The same as if you're maybe doing link building and things like that. If your traffic is coming from different sources, once you found basically your target market, you want to go ahead and use your marketing dollars and use your marketing skills to go ahead and maximize on that particular platform that you're using, that you're getting the most traffic from. Okay, let me see if I have any more questions.
And I guess,
do you have any on your end, Tina?
no, I guess just to make sure that they're using, do we want to go into the tracking, what to use to track your links?
How to use to track the links.
Yeah, we're telling them to track it, but like I said, when we coach and consult people, we there's a tool that you use to track so that you know where, how long, if someone clicked on your site, how long they stayed, all of that. That's important. That's an important piece of your business, to know where to put your advertising dollars. But I guess we can go into that on another training. We'll be doing these consistently, so we will definitely talk to you about how to track where your traffic is coming from.
Yeah, I think we'll mention that, because that way we can go more in detail as far as using the different trackers, going to the different sites if they're using their capture page, things like that. And that's what we're actually going to be covering, like Tina was saying, tomorrow. Going to get into capture mastery and email and affiliate marketing, you guys. So once you've gone and you got the keywords, now you're getting people directed to your site. You need to basically create that funnel. Where are they going to go? How are you going to get the information? How are you going to communicate with your target market? Where are they going to click on that's going to give you the access to market to them, you guys? And that's we're going to go into affiliate marketing and email marketing. How you communicate with your customers, with the services you're offering, or even the products, from taking your business from a local standpoint to globally. Like Tina and I was telling you, we've been able to connect with people all the way from the UK, from Africa, Nigeria, to Canada, to Mexico, to California, to Texas. I mean, it's such a wide range. Austria, Australia. I mean, we've been able to meet people. Costa Rica, if I can just name the places. Now I'm going to need to go to all these places, you guys. Just the power of the internet. I don't think people realize it. It's an ATM machine. Right? And people, they say that sounds crazy, but it literally is. We can turn your laptop into an ATM machine. Forget money growing off trees, have money coming out your computer, right? So I believe that's all the questions that are on our end. I'm double checking one more time. I have not received any more questions on my end. I'm double checking, triple checking. One more time, and I believe that is it. So you guys stay tuned for tomorrow, and we're going to talk about capture mastery and affiliate and email marketing. So we will go ahead and see you guys tomorrow. So signing out. Tina, did you have any other comments?
Nope. Join us tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Invite a friend.
Right, and we're doing the drawing tomorrow, so you want to make sure you register, tell your friends to register, and all that, so you can be a part. And we'll be pulling the names tomorrow evening, and we'll be sending the winners out via text and social media, and we'll do it that way as well too. Especially if you're subscribed, you'll get an email who the winners were. And you guys have a great evening. See you tomorrow.
Bye bye.